Hello everybody, Dr. F. Scott Feil here, and I'd like to introduce you to our newest sponsor. The NPTE Final Frontier is the review course that I wish was around when I took the board exam. For those of you who know my story, it took me a handful of times to pass that exam, and quite frankly, I really wish I had an exam review course around, just like the NPTE Final Frontier. Check out their website, npteff.com, and use the code HET at checkout for 10% off to all of our listeners and fans. Hello, everybody. Dr. F. Scott Feil here with another Teach Me Something Tuesday. Today is a good one for both teaching and learning, and it's use different techniques, use different styles. Everybody seems to have a style or a technique that they like to learn or teach with. And that's great, right? There's a bunch of different ones. There's, visual or spatial learning, right? Where you prefer to use like pictures and images, have a better spatial understanding. I'm very much that way. There's oral learning, meaning like auditory or musical, right? Where you prefer using like sounds and music. There's verbal or linguistic, where you prefer words, in both speech and writing. Physical, right, or kinesthetic, where you prefer using your body and your hands. I'm very kinesthetic, a lot of hands-on, and a lot of the courses I teach are lab courses, so that kind of helps, I think. There's the logical mathematical approach, where you generally tend to use logic or reasoning more when you're trying to formulate systems. There's the social or interpersonal method, where you're learning in groups or with other people. There's solitary, where you're kind of learning all by yourself. And in today's day and age, there's a bunch more out there with all the technology and things that, we've been given. But saying that you're just one learning style or that you prefer one learning style is good in theory because you think you learn best that way. However, it can be limiting. I tried to both learn and teach in many different styles for many different reasons. One, because I take it in better if I review things several different ways from several different angles. And I hope that my students do as well. So, when you're thinking about which learning style is best for you, I would recommend having multiple learning styles and trying them all out. It's definitely an approach that takes a little longer because sometimes you're reviewing the same content in several different ways. But once you really get into a flow of which styles and which learning styles work best for you, or which teaching styles work best not only for you but for your students, I feel like that approach is probably the best. And we're seeing this a lot in a lot of different things, right? Being more well-rounded, being more versatile, right? Being more diverse with all of the things that we learn and that we teach can really help you, not only from a diversification standpoint, but just from an inner growth standpoint, right? If you can be a little more adaptable and learn in a bunch of different ways or teach in a bunch of different ways, it'll only help you enrich the learning and the teaching that you're doing. So, like I said, try not to limit yourself to one style of learning or teaching. Try to incorporate as many as possible to help enrich the experience and really get the most out of it and hopefully make the information stick. Hope that helps, and we'll see you next time.